34. Shots fired. Maggia presence suspected.
Officers needed in the vicinity of Vanderbilt.
All units, we have reports of shots fired at the scene of a car crash.
Officers near Vanderbilt, be advised.
Now, typically, I don't like to trash talk other... Who put this note here? What's a content creator? That means nothing, Jared. Those are two meaningless words that put together make one meaningless phrase, Jared! What I'm trying to say, listeners, is that I don't speak ill of other extremely famous and influential New Yorkers like myself. But we need to get one thing straight. Screwball is a menace to the city, just barely surpassed by Spider-Man himself. Do they hand channels out to just anybody these days? This purple-haired punk is allowed to run rampant online, and if she isn't kept in line, she's going to cause a total societal collapse. I can't tell you what to do, fine listeners, and I would never suggest you do anything borderline illegal. But if Screwball's channel just so happened to be shut down and she was never able to broadcast again, I think that would be a fine way to protect your city. Finer than anything Spider-Man's ever bothered to do for us.
All units, we have a VIP Maggia witness in transit. Escort needed.
Location is Museum Mile. Over.
All units, suspected gang activity and an ongoing spree of violence.
Officers needed in Yorkville.
All units, reports of hostile vehicles exchanging fire. Possibly Maggia.
Officers needed in the vicinity of Vanderbilt.
What do you hammerhead idiots want? Wait, really?
less high-speed chase on the streets. You're welcome, taxi drivers.
Well, folks, it seems I have a retraction to make. Some of my previous comments about finding Hammerhead's ideas interesting, because he wants to make this beautiful city respectable again, may have been taken out of context. Hammerhead is a violent and poorly dressed murderer who, it turns out, has actually been stealing superpowered weapons in order to rule this city by force in a sort of coup d'etat that I'm certain no one could have seen coming. Especially, apparently, Spider-Man. Now I stand behind everything I said about admiring Hammerhead's motivations. Kids these days need to put down their smartphones and stop their floss dancing and get jobs like the rest of us did at 8 years old to learn some responsibility. And I think we can all agree that his methods belong in the trash can, and weapons should stay out of discussions about decency. All I have to say is that none of this would have happened. Spider-Man had just stayed off the streets in the first place. I don't know how exactly, but I know it's true. Now I'm going to bed.
All units 1034. Officers needed to respond to an active shootout. Report came in from Lenox Hill.
Spidey. What's his problem, bro? Good.
Hey, you got some kind of skin condition that stupid too or something?
Spider-Man, I was in somewhere near this problem.
Yuri wants to hurt someone. No, she needs to hurt someone. And she doesn't care about the consequences. Oops, sorry. Isn't the city great?
It's really you. Looking good, Spidey.
Yeah, staying here a few yards. If you hadn't let that Rikers break
Bada bing!
Just look natural.
Hey, I got a business proposition.